what is happening around the world. What are the specific examples? What must we do in Africa to imbibe all this? And I think it again, I'm glad with the way that the whole conference has been structured, because they lead them from one to the other. And what we are saying, and particularly the rapporteurs, can then follow this up through what has been said. For example, Tassara mentioned about science and technology and innovation policy. It seems to me that that should be a beginning point for any country in Africa. And I do hope that countries will take this on. Following that, we should generate a plan of action. I think we do too much talking, and we don't do it. I mean, we just have to do it. And perhaps we want to develop the results-based management so that we can talk about the outcomes and all the other, the output, and the impact on the society. We need, I wish it was possible for us to leave here tomorrow, break into 54 groups, and somebody sponsors each of these groups to go to each of the countries in Africa so that we can all talk directly to all the parliaments in Africa about what we have just done. Because what it does happen is that we meet like this, we talk to ourselves, we beat our chest and say we have said it all, and then we go home. But because we have spoken to ourselves, we are converting the converted, we are not really moving ahead. And that's why the point that was raised by the gentleman who gave us an idea, practical solution, seemed to happen. It's a pity that two groups of people are actually missing in our discussion right from 2 days ago. And I wish that they had been here, the ministers. Because in the end, they are the ones to carry this forward to their people. But then, because they are not here, all we can do is to summarize what we have said. They will only look at it and say, yes, we are going to do it. And some of them, by the time one minister said, thank you very much, that he said, could you give him a round of applause for being here with us? I mean, it could easily be somewhere else. And we do hope, sir, Honorable Minister, that you will take all these points. I'm happy you are here because you are imbibing, participating in the ambience of the discussion. So when you go to present it to the president, it will not be strange things to you. You know why, I mean, what has generated this. But it does happen that your colleagues will only be doing that. And unfortunately, we in Africa, the turnover of ministers is so high that by the time they get home, they get out of the plane, they will have been changed. Another minister has been appointed, and it becomes a problem. But we do hope that in your case and in many, we'll have this continuity so that we can have it. So even if ministers change, which should happen, please, policies should not change. The problem with us in Africa is that once a minister comes in or a president comes in, he sweeps so cleanly that all the good ideas that have been said by somebody else is thrown out of the window. And then he starts all over again. And that is a problem. The second group of people that are not here, and we've talked and talked and talked about them, was the youth. I just wish they were here so that they can talk to us. If they are here in different places, I really wished we had a panel where the youth will talk to us. You see, the reason is this. For us, at this stage, many of us are virtually on the departure lounge. How can you then think you know much for the people who are coming on? They know best what they really want and how to control their life and our lives. So the time has passed for us to think that we'll be thinking for them. No. Honestly, the youth should be thinking for us. And we must get them involved in every sphere of our lives. There is another point about this entrepreneurship. It's about research and the private sector. Somebody mentioned this. Some people said on the dining table yesterday why Africa is not progressing with research and the private sector. Because most of their laboratories are outside of Africa. So when they produce the goods and everything there, the thinking, whatever, all they do is just bring the goods to us to buy, and that's the end of it. And so when your phone doesn't work, you throw it away. You buy another one. Whereas if our governments will have as part of their policy that their laboratories must, or a section of it must be located in Africa, then we can continue to do business with people. And I do hope that some of these things will change. We also hope, sir, Honorable Minister, that when you talk with your colleagues, it will not just be with the Minister of Science and Technology alone, because easily, many of us do things in our own different silos without any sectorial, cross-sectorial policies. So science is doing something else, education is doing something else, environment is doing something different, and we are not talking to each other. Ideally, we should have at least 6 groups of ministers here: education, science and tech, Minister of Environment, Health, and Agriculture, so that all this can work together. And finance, all of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to thank you so much for your participation and for listening. I want to remind you that somebody told us about $30 million waiting to be used for entrepreneurship and innovation. I wonder who was the gentleman that told us about this $30 million? Is he here? So, is there somebody? So, we'll be talking to you, is it? He's right at the door there. You are representing him. Okay. Where is this? Oh, is that the $30 million man? Thank you very much. So please look out for him and take this. It is there for the taking. So why do and just make sure that the $30 million is used for innovation and entrepreneurship. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your lunch. Thank you.
Let me make the announcement. Yes, okay. Please, just before you stand, there are 3 announcements. Give me your attention. Please give me your attention. 3 announcements. We'll be back here at 2 o'clock, and exactly 2 o'clock, Group 1 will begin. Second announcement, as we go for lunch, please, ministers and assistant ministers, their lunch is served in the restaurant. Ministers and assistant ministers, their lunch is served in the restaurant. The rest of us will go back to the pool. The last and final important announcement, the government of Kenya will provide a dinner tonight, and all of you are invited. That dinner will be served where we are in this plenary. For that reason, the hotel has requested that we vacate here before 5, so they can convert it into a restaurant. May I ask the chairs and the people coming in the afternoon, please manage time prudently so that we are able to hand over this hall to the hotel before 5, as this group did. Thank you very much. Please enjoy your lunch.